This is where all of the material that we've been working on for the Unlocking North East Jewish Heritage project is stored, and this is where we've been uncovering some of the amazing material for the project.
We get lots of inquiries, people trying to trace their heritage. Sadly, when the synagogues closed in the past, lots of documents were just thrown away and not kept. And this is why it's very important with the current project that we managed to keep and retrieve as many documents related to the history of the community as possible.
My research began by looking through periodicals that were created by the Jewish community in Newcastle in the Northeast. I now have been able to help in the mapping of where these businesses were located and what they did to serve the community.
One of the main focuses of the Unlocking Jewish Heritage project is to digitise as much of the material relating to the Jewish communities of the Northeast that we hold here and in other collections across the region as possible, in order to provide that slightly easier online access.
In the old days, you had to make an appointment with the Tyne and Wear archives, you had to go in, document the item that you wanted, and you couldn't remove it from there. With digitisation, all this information will have far greater access to anyone who wants it.
I sometimes take my research into more informal spaces like blog posts or Facebook when people are talking about these businesses and what they loved about them.
It's become really obvious that not only are we really lucky in that we hold a really big collection relating to the Jewish communities compared to other local archive services who might be lucky if they've got a minute book or a few photographs. And I feel like the piece of the bigger jigsaw that we hold here within archives is so important to be fully understood.
The main reason for trying to store what we've got at the moment is that when you're younger, you're not particularly interested. And when you become interested, the people you want to ask are no longer there.
They started off in Gateshead, Simmons Furniture Store.
We had to get those oral histories to tell the background of how the communities developed, where they'd come from, their life.
When the community was thriving, Jewish people were very busy with the wider community. There have been several Jewish Lord Mayors in businesses, Jackson the tailors.
We were just stopped in the street by someone who was reminiscing about their first suit, which they got from Jackson the tailor. They were looking at this location and remembering, and that's one of the reasons why this is such a valuable project. It really brings back a piece of Newcastle, a piece of history.
The current problem is now that the younger members have all left Newcastle. The current membership of the community, the youngest age is about 70, and really they see within the next 10 to 15 years the Newcastle Jewish community will cease to exist. This happened in Sunderland, this happened in South Shields, this happened in Whitley Bay, and sadly it'll be happening here, in the coming years. So this stresses the importance of this project to retain and digitise all the past records that we have to date.
Now people will be able to go onto the website, text search by geographical location, search by theme, and find material relating to what they're interested in and flick through online.
And it's not just academics who are looking at it or people who are working in archives, it's anyone.
I'm thrilled to see that I will be able to access, and I think even with my technical ability, I will be able to access it and find my way around and find information and stories. And I think it is the story of a community that's most important.